knowledge is a weapon, and my brain say stainless. But back to the topic kick in the box. You rappers high key fishy, I'm about to change up the lies. Smith & Wesson, no pressure, that's logic, I'm the professor. Don't test the lesson, test the question mark, I'm serious. No exclamation, here he is, just I'm the bestest, period. Your girl missing a pill, but I miss a hit of them pill. Caught a hit and run on that milk for and missing up on a failed Hail Mary. I don't never false the prophet. See my dogs drop out, but I never fought the projects. It's for all the startups who never really got started. They went and gave us products, but they never solved the problems.
Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get a free air freshener. Give it to all the haters for talking trash. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with our reaction series. So today is an exciting day because we are going to do an artist that we have never, ever done on the channel before. Now, you guys know I read each and every comment, and I have had so many requests for Joyner Lucas that it is finally time to do one of his songs. So today's track that we're gonna check out is called I'm Not Racist. Now I know it's a few years old, guys, but I feel like given the current climate of today's world, it can definitely apply. It's an important song that I would love to break down and share with you guys, so I want to dive into that. But before we go any further, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to the Patreon. We got exclusive content on there, guys. You know that it's lit. If you want to support me, you want to be a closer part of this community, I highly encourage you to go check out the Patreon. I'm always updating it, always trying to give you guys something new and exciting on there. And it's just a great way to support one of your favorite content creators. Anyways, Joyner Lucas, the song that really announced him onto the mainstream and created quite a controversy. I'm not racist. Let's go. Step up to the plate, Joyner. Let's see what you got.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter.
I mean, right away, right, you set the tone. Because you have a white person. He's just deadpan looking into the camera. Drops the N-word right then and there. I mean, Joyner Lucas just grabs your attention immediately. I mean, that's clever. That's clever marketing right there. That's just a clever way to pitch it, to bring people in, because he's going to have a serious conversation now. And you start off with the hashtag, I'm not racist. Let's go.
I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter. All the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and want to swing at me and call me racist because I ain't black. Well, pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like
pound that then. Off the ground back then. Like, even now you hear the internal syllables in the rhyme schemes. Joyner Lucas, man, he's such a good lyricist. And he's so underrated with that. Like I said before, we have to give respect to the lyricists who are still prevalent in the mainstream, because they're the reasons why lyrical rap is continuing. The Eminems of the world, the Logics of the world, the Joyner Lucases of the world, they are the ones in the mainstream attention. So while you have a lot of this other mumble rap and pop rap that's happening, these lyricists are keeping it alive, if that's what you value. And obviously that's what we value on this channel. I know I'm going off on tangents, man, but let's get back into this video. So he's talking now about a stereotype. And it's funny because he's talking about a white stereotype who is stereotyping a black stereotype, right? And it's very interesting how he put himself into the mind frame of a white racist, you know, in some of the arguments that they would make. Like, you guys use the N-word all the time, but we can't use it? How is that right? I don't understand, because that's, you know, years and years and years in the past. Like, you weren't there when slavery happened, but you're still acting like it's present today. That's just, wow, that's very clever writing, to detach yourself from your current state and to put yourself completely in someone else's shoes. And on top of that, on a side that's against you. And then also just touching upon, hang on, I'll save that.
Want to swing at me and call me racist because I ain't black. Well, pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. All right. Look, I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor, or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals.
And see, again, here's another stereotype of black people from the inner city and people in these poor areas who have struggled. And it's that, oh, you just want to accept government assistance. You just want to accept food stamps, but not actually work for it, not try to earn it. Whereas I'm over here working my ass off, paying my taxes like a true American, and it's all going to you, so you can just be lazy, so you can go party, so you can go blow it on drugs. Again, this is such a stereotype, but this is how racism happens. What we do is we take a certain image that we have in our minds, a certain picture of how we think someone is, and we use that to describe an entire skin color or an entire set of people. And that is what Joyner is doing right now. What's really interesting is that at first it's like he's talking to us, right? You have the speaker, the white guy, looks like he's speaking directly to us. It's a discourse with us, but then the camera reveals that he's actually talking to a black male. So he's actually having a conversation back and forth with him. Well, not a conversation yet. He's just speaking to him and he's taking it on board. But he's saying all these things. He's saying all of these racist stereotypes. This is so clever, man, the way that this is set up and run.
Liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you ain't got no fucking goals. You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you're proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with a Make America Great condom.
I do like that line. You know, you blame Donald and fuck the world with a Make America Great condom. I really like this acting too, by the way, because he's got a great delivery. I mean, I might be stereotyping here and generalizing, but I don't think that this white dude is a rapper, right? But he's doing a good job delivering Joyner's lines with emphasis, with emotion. And if you never heard Joyner Lucas, you might think it could be this guy who's talking right now. I mean, it's very good acting. I love how the camera now is starting to swing around. You have it come around in a circle. We still have these close-up shots. The mood is very intense. We're in this empty room. It sets the stage very well for what he's saying and the focus on his words.
Boys, been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black.
And I have heard that. I've heard that from white people. Like, I'm not racist. You know, my baby mama's uncle's cousins, girlfriend's black, things like that. Like, nah, I got a black friend. That doesn't make me racist. But, you know, if you do racist things, if you generalize people, if you say racist things, you can't justify it just because you're friends with black people or just because you know black people. Take this from a white dude who grew up in an all-black community. I never use the N-word, and I won't use the N-word because I understand the history of it. And it's all about relationships and what it means to people. See, as a white person, we might think that this is not affecting a black person. Like, we might not mean offense by it, what I'm saying. But to them, if they hear it, they will take offense to it. So even though I didn't mean offense by it, I didn't mean to upset you, if you're still getting upset by it, then we have a disconnect and we have a problem of miscommunication here. And you look at the history of it and what it was used for. It started off as a neutral term, but then it became used as a term to degrade black people, especially with slavery, and to look down upon them. And then hence what white people got named the cracker and how that gets used against us now. But in hip-hop culture, this word has now been taken and it's been flipped. And it's one of the greatest flips. It's like Juice WRLD taking the 666 and flipping it to 999. You're taking a negative and you're flipping it back because now you're using that word and you're owning that word and wearing it like armor and saying, okay, we can use this, but you can't use this now. You know, we'll use this within our music. We'll use this within hip-hop culture, and we'll flip it back on you now, and we will take ownership of it and make something better from it. Now, there's a lot of controversy, obviously, with the N-word. I know some rappers. My boy John the Unlimited, who's a black rapper, he doesn't want to use the N-word because he doesn't want to continue bringing that word up. But it's a part of the culture, whether you like it or not. Many people feel strongly one way or the other. I love how Joyner, though, is just taking controversial topics, man, and he's walking this thin line, but he wants to get a conversation going, and he wants you to start thinking. Man, I'm doing a lot of talking. Come on.
In the cloud, heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist.
You know, maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. There's enough jobs for the men in your house. Because what he's implying there is that, you know, you're saying that there's not enough jobs, but there's also this stereotype and this, you know, rationalizing of Mexican people that they do the jobs that no one else wants to do, that they do the lower income jobs, right? So he's like, you're complaining that there's not jobs, but maybe we should get the Mexicans out because they're obviously taking the jobs that you don't want to do. It's very clever the way that he set that up. And then obviously he's taking that, but he's twisting it. He's making it a little political here. I mean, obviously the white speaker has a Make America Great Again hat. The one thing I do wish is that Joyner didn't add that bit of politicalness to it, because not every Republican is racist, okay? Let's not get that twisted right now. I know they like to make us think it's either one side or the other, but you guys know me on this channel. You know, I'm going to get hate from this video. I know it already, but I'm about bringing us together and uniting us and not doing things that divide us. And the only issue I have with this is that then it kind of makes it political, and it makes the other side think that all Republicans and all people who support Trump are racist. No, there are racist Republicans. There are racist people who support Trump, but not everybody who supports him is racist, right? On both sides, there can be racist people. There can be people who stereotype. There can be people who generalize. There can be people who make misinformed decisions, who are ignorant. That's life.
And I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, studied the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my God.
Rest in
and
peace,
all you
Tupac.
care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music rot in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen, and then the cycle continues.
Music rot in your brain. That's a shot at hip hop. I love how he is defending hip hop here and defending rap and the stereotype against rap that, you know, it's all trash music. It influences lifestyles and cultures. But if you look at the history of rap, it was used for the inner city, for the communities, as a means of social change, as a platform for speaking out, as a way out. There are so many great things that you can do with rap music, and you can talk on issues of inequality and issues for social justice. I like that flip, man.
Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race, blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens, aim at the vice president. Bunch of class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down.
Nah.
How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gonna show us some respect. You gonna stand for this country, nigga.
See how he holds the R? It's not the N word with an A. It's with the R, right? Very offensive, meant to be offensive. And, you know, talking about kneeling, that's a flag down. Love that wordplay there. Super dope. So that's relating, obviously, to Kaepernick, to the NFL players taking a knee for Black Lives Matter, for what they believe in. And he's saying that's a penalty. Like, that shit is foul, man. That's a flag. Like, you don't respect the flag. You don't respect the people who fought and defended for this country.
I'm not racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you want to be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop killing you fucks. What the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building.
The best thing is the irony, too. You know, he delivers all of these marginalized lines, these racist lines, talking about the clothes, you know, the pants sagging, the gold teeth, the way that you are, you know, being lazy, just listening to hip-hop music. But, oh, I'm not racist. You know, it's like, it's said to justify it. Like, we can say whatever the fuck we want, but then after that, as long as we say that we're not racist, it's okay. And there is no chorus to this song. There's no hook. This is just driven by Joyner's dialogue. But one thing he's got that makes it catchy, that unites it throughout, is this constant saying, like every few lines of, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. It gets you thinking about it. It's like, wait a minute, this guy is racist, but he keeps saying that he's not racist. He wants you to question it.
Split into two floors. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours.
Listen to that. You hear the instrumental change? You hear how he ends that, and then the instrumental kind of switches up to show us that, it's almost like act 2 of the play now. But there's two sides to every story. I wish I knew yours. I love that message. Now it's time to bring us together, because a lot of the reasons why we stereotype and we generalize is because we don't truly understand someone else's side. Now, everybody goes through struggles in life, but not all opportunities are the same. If you are from a lower income, poor black area, you're not going to have the same opportunities as a middle class white person, or any race for that matter. A lot of times when it comes to poverty and being of lower income, the education is not the same. School systems can be overcrowded. Schools can't afford the books. You're from an area of high crime rate. There's massive drug use. There's gangs around you. There's so many more influences and things you have to deal with. And for you to make it out, you were like 0.0000001% compared to the rest of the world around you. Not everybody gets to start the race from the same starting line.
I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear.
I like that little nod, like, all right, let's hear your story.
With
Your
all
turn.
disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at.
So the white guy starts with all due respect, and then he starts being racist. The black dude is taking it the whole time. Now he goes, with all disrespect. With all disrespect, I don't even like you motherfuckers.
Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just because you got nigga friends.
We talked about that.
That word was originated.
I love that delivery. Listen.
You can say it just because you got nigga friends. Nigga. That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave. That shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga.
So now he addresses that argument in the history of it. No matter what you say, no matter how removed you become for it, no matter how removed you are from it in terms of years and timeline, it's still a truth, and it's still a fact that slavery existed in our country. It's still a fact that, institutionalized racism happened even after slavery, when black people from the inner cities couldn't get loans, but white people from the inner cities having the same income level could. And banks and businesses were instructed not to give out loans to black people. There is institutionalized racism that was built into the formula of our country, and it made it so much more difficult for black people to get out of their communities and their areas. You have to appreciate that, because those things are historical facts.
I'm sorry, you can never fill my life. Trying to have faith, but I never feel alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Trying to find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken or no barbecue. You don't know about the two-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know.
Talking about, fried chicken, barbecue, Kool-Aid. So now Joyner's kind of flipping it the other way, because he's got the black guy talking about these things that, again, get attributed to black culture, that get attributed to black people. And no, not every black person likes Kool-Aid. But see, he's saying it in an ironic way, saying, you think you think you can put us in a box and label us for our culture and how we are, but you don't actually know our struggle and know what we come through. You don't understand someone else's problems until you walk, miles in their shoes. The famous saying as it goes.
And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that.
Couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. See, I like this now. I like what Joyner's doing, because you did have the white guy being racist and saying disrespectful things. And I felt like Joyner spent more time kind of defending the black guy in terms of him describing his problems and why his situation is the way it is. You know, why he's turning to drugs to put food on the table for his family, why he's doing these things. Like, you know, just counterbalancing those points instead of launching into maybe some attacks on racist white people and having a little bit of that racist undertone on this side, because I like stories that are full, right? Showing that there's light and dark in us all, showing that this side, you know, this is the side that we want to support. But I like that he's showing that this side can be racist too. This side can have some flaws within it as well, because it's about both of us coming together in the end and uniting and admitting that we all have flaws and we all have things wrong with us. We don't truly understand the other side. Empathy. That's the word I'm looking for. Empathy.
Never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now, treating everybody how you want. And
those lines are important. You know, talking about what we blame it on, talking about different issues. But, you know, I'm not innocent. I get that. I like how he has admitted a character flaw within himself. I know I'm not innocent. Now, look, I know I've done wrong. But listen, you have to understand some of my reasoning for why I am the way that I am.
Wait, how? I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Because even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us.
What's really cool, too, is the mirroring that you have between the two verses. So, you know, at different points, he addresses things that he said in the first verse. Now we're talking about Eminem, so now he's flipping that. Because the white guy was like, you know, you could take him, too. He ain't even white no more. And now this guy is like, yeah, we'll take him. That's ill that he used his platform to speak out for change, to stand up for something important.
I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops, and I know if you about to die or not.
No.
You worry about your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes so we could change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist. But there's two sides of every story, and now you know mine.
But there's two sides to every story. I wish you knew mine. And now how he ends it this time, there's two sides to every story. But now you know mine. Now you've heard my struggle and a little piece of what I have to go through on the day-to-day. That's powerful.
Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding. Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding.
That's a man hug right there. That's a man hug. And now we actually start talking. I think that's super important too if you look at the body language and you look at how they're talking now. Because before, the body language was super defensive. And it's like we're talking at someone instead of having a proper back and forth. Instead of, you know, being in a conversation with each other. We're so focused on getting our own point across. But they've done that now. They've kind of vented. But now they're actually having like a real conversation with each other. They're relating to each other. They see each other as equals now. Instead of I'm here talking down to you. I love that, and I love how he brings them together, man. I'm always going to support a message of unity, a message of uniting us versus dividing us. I think that's so powerful. And isn't it funny how this was a few years ago now, but how much this applies to today in terms of how divided our country is, how polarized things can be. Please remember, guys, that we are all in this together, no matter your race, creed, or color. You have to understand and have empathy and take a moment to try to appreciate someone else's position and situation. And when we have arguments, when we have debates, instead of thinking about what you're going to say next and how you're going to respond, take a moment to breathe, to step back and actually try to listen to the other side and understand why they're saying the things that they're saying. And I think that could bring us so much closer versus dividing us. Anyways, I went off on so many tangents on this, but this is what this song is meant to do. This song is meant to get you thinking, to get you talking. So Joyner Lucas, the visuals, the song, the narrative, everything, man. Amazing. You were Knox Hill certified. So hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. Comment down below any other Joyner Lucas songs you want to see me do, or if there's other artists you want to see me check out. I try to read all of your comments, guys. I respond to as much as I can, so please keep commenting and keep posting. Also, don't forget to subscribe and notifications on so that we can keep growing, keep building the buzz, and keep doing this. I read a stat, guys. 70% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. If you're here at the end, then do me a favor, support the channel, hit that subscribe button. You might also think that you're subscribed, but something happened with the YouTube algorithm or whatever. Just double check that below. Anyways, guys, appreciate you. This is your reminder to stay safe, to stay positive. It's Knox Hill, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out.